Castagra produces a range of products based upon a patented vegetable plastic technology. Castagra was founded by Peter Rusin, the tall guy in the lab coat seen here, on the set of Canada's Dragon's Den, where he recently won the 100,000 top prize as Ecopreneur. This is where we and a bunch of other people found Peter. Castagra has a range of products, from indoor moldings to roofing shingles to their industrial coating, which our project focused on. The industrial coating can be applied to everything from parking lots to decks to pipelines. Oil rig infrastructure, such as pipelines, are their current market of focus because the oil industry offers high financial margins. Castagra itself, though, doesn't actually do any of the manufacturing or selling of its products. Castagra licenses the rights to manufacture and sell their brand name products to various other companies, which are all currently based out of North America. The Castagra line of products competes against cheaper petrochemical-centered products. The coating is made from three main ingredients: gypsum, castor oil, and MDI, which together comprise 92% of the product. The product is marketed as veggie plastic because of the castor oil. We will now go into each of these three main ingredients. Gypsum makes up 42% of the product. Gypsum is a mine mineral and one of the world's most abundant, selling for $5 to $7 a ton. 7% of the coating comes from recycled gypsum sources. The gypsum gives the product strength and fire retardancy. Castor oil makes up 33% of the product. Castor oil is highly hydrophobic and by repelling water reduces weathering. In addition, the molecular integrity of the castor makes the coating last around 5 times longer than competing petrochemical-based coatings. Castor is grown in the tropics, primarily India. Castor beans are highly toxic until heated. MDI, or methylene diphenyldiocyanate, makes up 17% of the coating. It is the only ingredient derived from petrochemicals. It is one of the main ingredients in traditional polyurethane plastics. Environmentally friendly replacements are now just entering the market.
So, for the carbon footprint of this product, we used a tool called SourceMap, which basically considers the transportation, the extraction, and the carbon embedded, that is the whole energy spent on extracting and processing each materials in form of carbon emissions. So, for here you can see the materials, basically, and the carbon footprint, the total carbon footprint over there. 2.48 kilos of CO2 per kilo of the coating produced, being half of it just for transportation of the materials. The MDI itself, as you can see later on, is responsible for the the major part of the embodied carbon of this product, since he is the only petrochemical. For the future measures that we can propose in terms of materials that Castagra can use, we're going to spend a time talking about each of the three main ingredients, which are castor oil, MDI, and gypsum. And gypsum. So by each one of them, we're going to spend a little time, and also the packaging and application of the product. For the packaging, they use regular petroleum-based plastic on their pails. So one alternative could be use their own veggie plastic for those pails, and also reuse those pails in the policy of take back. Here is an MDI tank. MDI is highly toxic. Also, as I said, is one of the most one of the major contributions for the carbon footprint. So replacing this material would be a good thing for them. And there are also ongoing research for substituting MDI for a soybean-based compound that actually could substitute MDI. They don't know how much time will it take to complete the research and actually putting it to use, but it's ongoing, and it's a renewable and locally grown alternative for the MDI. For the castor oil, using the agroforestry as an alternative, as opposed to monoculture, obviously would be a good thing. Agroforestry stands for planting perennials and other types of plants for creating a more diverse growing of the plant, and more organic, therefore, without pesticides or without tiring the land. In terms of castor oil as well, other polyols could be used for substitution. Since castor oil is a polyol. Also, fair trade and fair labor could be an alternative for. I don't know what happened. Sorry, guys. The computer just crashed. But also fair labor and fair trade and organic practices, as the UN Global Compact, CRAV, all these other labels that could use, that Castagra could enforce its use through their licensees. Yeah, that's it.
Now we're going to look at the sustainability of the gypsum component of the plastic, of the product. So the product can benefit from cost savings and CO2 reductions if the company would source their gypsum closer to local production. In addition, Castagra can work with its suppliers to look at the different mining closure regulations in North America and use those for a proper closure plan. And then they could also, and they can also use more post-usage gypsum as found in home construction. This will reduce costs and the need for virgin materials, reducing their violations of SPs 2 and 3. We're now going to take a look at who Castagra should seek to build relationships with to increase their competitiveness and increase awareness for the need for sustainable plastics. They should work with their supply chain to ensure that the product is produced in a more sustainable manner. This process will identify room for improvement and potential cost savings. Their customers, they can build trust by showing that they're trying to replace MDI, and they can work with other companies to leverage investments into R&D for the replacement of MDI. They could also work with environmental, non-governmental organizations to help build awareness for the need for sustainable plastics and their product. In conclusion, Castagra's products are green innovations that are helping us make strides towards a more sustainable society. It does have its challenges, like the harvesting and mining standards, as well as the use of MDI. However, by leveraging interest in its products and by working with its partners, Castagra has the potential to meet human needs and make the world's first sustainable non-petroleum plastic. Thank you.